hang out with. Like, yeah, you're at work, but you're still hanging out with your friends.
Right.
You know,
It becomes your family.
It really does.
I mean, like, I remember working with you at the Shack, Chris. Like, I saw you more than my wife, like, every week.
Weird. I saw your wife more than you did.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I remember her being like, I heard her at the bar, and she's like, well, the only chance I have to see Steve is if I go fucking visit him at the bar. And it's true, because, I mean, we were putting in 80 hours plus a week. That's just how it is. So it becomes your family. It's your second family.
Yeah. It's Grand
working
Gang.
in this industry, yeah.
That's what it is. It's literally Grand Gang.
I'm not lying to you. They got there. They were like, we're not sure if you can be a part of the Grand Gang yet. I'm like, what the fuck is the Grand Gang? And lo and behold, it's like, you know, just like on the who's who of the hotel, of the restaurant. You know what I mean? The people that are just that everybody wants to be around, and that they're, you know, extroverted, and they've got pretty cool personalities, and be a little destructive as much. But every place has that, like, has that click.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, every place has that click. Fucking Grand Gang.
Yep.
I went to Jack Brown's, and they had like a bunch of fucking dollars and shit like on like all the walls. You know, you could sign them or write shit on them. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of like their thing.
Like pinned up against the wall. Yeah.
And I remember I'm sitting there and I'm drinking a beer and I look up and I'm like, Grand Gang.
I did that. That's me. Dibs. I did it. I did it twice because they took all the dollars down once, and I redid it again.
I was like, what the fuck is Grand Gang? And then, like, literally, like, next week, they were like, you're part of the Grand Gang? You can't be a part of the Grand Gang. We don't know about you yet. And I'm like,
that was Keisha that said that.
That was Keisha that said that.
I love Keisha.
She's great. She is great. She's got a lot of personality.
She does.
Good memories, man.
Oh, yeah.
If you had the opportunity, if you got called back up, because, like, do they ever do, like, reunions?
No, they don't necessarily do the reunions, but, like, they still do the challenges.
Yeah.
You know, so I did my first one in 2012, and it was Battle of the Seasons, and my team actually won it. So I'm 1-0 in seasons, and I'm 2-0 in elimination. So I've literally, like, a perfect record. Yeah, I've only been on one. I've actually been asked to do 2 or 3 other ones, and some of just the timing just didn't work out, or things like that, or whatever it was. But, like, if they were to call me now, honestly, I don't think I would do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've landed a great opportunity with a great job that can easily turn into a career. I work for a company that is extremely inclusive. We have a whole Pride, like, group that we can meet with and things like that. Like, They do outings, and I have a great opportunity where I'm at, and to give it up on a what if and a chance to make that money, it's just not worth it for me in the end game. Right. You know, like, career-wise and future-wise, it's just not one of those things that I'm interested in, you know? And I'll be 30 in November. You know, my first one I was 22, getting ready to be 23, you know, and I had rent and a car note. I mean, that's pretty much like what I have now, but still, it's a lot different when, you know, you're 30 years old and you want to have a savings account and, like, I want to travel, you know? Yeah, I can travel doing the challenge, but I can also lose my mental grasp that I've had and my mental clarity that I've gained in the past, you know, 8 months, 9 months, you know? And it's not worth taking the chance on that. If they could guarantee me $500,000 just to go, see ya.
Yeah.
I'll pay for a therapist.
I haven't even made a year at my job. Oh, I'm taking a sabbatical. I'll be back in 2 months.
See you on exactly. See you on TV in November, I guess.
Right. But and as far as like resumes and future goes, like I was saying, you can't use that.
Right.
You can't unless you're in an acting field.
Right.
It does nothing for me. So if I have a 2-month break in jobs on a resume, how do I explain that?
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, in trying to come back to a company, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I left B-Dubs, because I got an opportunity to go. I was on cast. Something happened. I got dropped. And when I came back to my boss, I was like, hey, I'm actually not going. You can just, you know, I'll just stay. And he was like, no. He's like, you obviously have your priorities are not in the right order, and because you would give up this opportunity just to have a chance for that one, I ended up losing my job because, well, that was a part of it. But anyways, I had, you know, ended up losing my job because I was like, oh no, I want to go do this. And now I can't afford to take that chance.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the job that I have is incredible. It's great. I work in Medicaid. It's awesome. So I help people every day.
Awesome.
And I don't have a degree. I don't have a college degree. And to have the job that I have without it is like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
And I found it. And I'm not here to mess that up. Shout out.
Yeah.
Job.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, boss listening, I love my job.
Yes.
No, but it's always good when you can find like that good mental space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like not only like financial security, but also like mental security too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, we often touch on these specific moments. Something that somebody had brought up to me this past week was that we never teach our new servers, our new bussers, our new barbacks, bartenders, anyone that's new to the industry, like money management. And we also don't teach like stress management either.
Yeah.
I took it further yesterday during the conversation with my girlfriend. I said, you know, we don't teach addiction coping like anywhere through like fucking K through like 12. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that we learn, this like money management, you know, is either supposed to be given to you from your parents or but most of the times, especially like when I've seen it, I've never seen. Me personally, I came from the school of hard knocks when it came to all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through my addiction, through my money management, through fucking like my just all the things that you just never get to. You know, you're learning what you're learning at the moment.
Oh yeah. As you go, trial and error.
I challenge anybody that's got any young associates or like anybody that's new to industry that you're like trying to bring up, because I've had a lot of like guys that have taken underneath my wings, a lot of girls that have taken underneath my wings, a lot of people that I've trained. But I challenge you to have those difficult conversations with them, just because it might actually save their lives. And if you're not necessarily preaching to them, because people are still going to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Oh yeah.
But just preaching with them like your own like trials, your own like situations, your own stories, to where whenever they get themselves in the situation, because nine times out of 10, like they will most likely get themselves in that situation, they can always know that you're a person that they can lean on for advice, that they may have been somewhere in that same kind of situation. Kind of like how Sam, when you were saying with, you know, was it Frank?
Yeah.
With Frank, you know, like you kind of like guide him along, you know what I'm saying? And like, look at him now, you know what I mean?
Yep.
The same thing for like myself. There's a couple people that I've helped out, you know, and then there have been people that helped me out too. It's not necessarily looking for like something in that moment, but just being able to drop a bit of knowledge, you know. And the whole idea behind this whole podcast is passing the knowledge that we've gained through experience to the next person, you know what I mean? So the next time that somebody has to deal with it, they don't have to go through the same bullshit that we went through.
Right.
They can go, oh, this is that one fucking thing I talked to fucking Steve about that one fucking night. Fuck this shit. I'm taking a right. I'm going around this shit. I'm not going to deal with it because I know that this is like generally what happens in this situation.
Mm-hmm. A lot of which I didn't know until I worked for Hilton, but a lot of corporate, if you work for corporate, a lot of corporate companies have associate like help. And like it's like employee assistance programs, and they can set you up with counselors for all kinds of addictions, whether it's alcoholism, drugs, all kinds of stuff. Whether it's a mental like a psychiatric thing where you have trauma from a previous somebody in your family that's had addiction. If you're going through stuff, look into it. And Hilton definitely has it because I had no idea until I started working for them.
I didn't know.
But if you do work for a corporation and you are struggling with stuff like that, definitely look into it because there's people out there and there's programs out there that are meant to help us, as in the service industry people. I'm sure that there are NA meetings and AA meetings that are at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because what happens when we get off work? You
want to fucking drink.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. And then you end up at PJ's and it's 9:30 in the morning and you're passed out on the dock behind PJ's. Not that that's ever happened before.
All right.
Yeah. And even if you don't work at a corporate place where they do offer that, like Pryor was saying, I'm sure there's that veteran person there that has gone through it, that's lived it. The lifer, the bartender that's 60 back there,
Exactly.
that has a wealth of knowledge and has gone through it. Yeah.
Exactly.
When in doubt, go the fuck home. Straight up.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah.
That too.
But not only that, but then take the knowledge that was given to you and actually embrace it.
Fucking apply the shit.
Apply it. Don't just out one ear, in one ear, out the other.
Right. And if you're the person that's getting asked for the advice, don't get on a soapbox.
Yeah.
Don't high and mighty them. That's a lot of the problems that people are afraid to ask out because like, oh, if I do that, they're just going to be a dick about it. Don't be like,
for sure.
Just take it easy. I mean, if you've been through stuff and you are sober, or you had been sober, or you did a stint of whatever, you know what it's like. You know how scary it can be. I mean, I did a couple years ago. I quit drinking December 20th, and I was sober for 70 days, which isn't really a long time, but it was long enough for me to
still
realize.
long. I mean, when your body, your mind is used to, your traditions, what you do when you get off work, what you do during your off days, and then you just cut that cold turkey. Doesn't matter if it's only 70 days. That's a long time.
But that was the best thing. Like, I realized I'm nowhere near, like, my patience got better. My anger and my anxiety and my mental stability just became clear. And there's things that we drink about and to block comes to fruition right then.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, okay, I have to deal with this because I'm not drinking anymore.
Drunken words are sober thoughts.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So you have to deal with those demons, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was scary as shit. But you do it. But reach out. If you need help, reach out. There's somebody there that's been through something or can lead you somewhere that can get you the help you need.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
On my last note, I just want to say thanks again, Sam, for being here. It's been a pleasure, and I love what you shared about the different states and the different cities. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do, with inclusivity and whatnot. But call out to those great cities that are making progressive moves. That's fantastic. The rest of us, let's work on it. Let's get better. Let's get more understanding, more tolerant, more inclusive.
All right, guys. I want to thank Steve and Chris for having me on. It was awesome. And Evan, who had to leave. But
shout out, Evan.
Shout out, Evan.
You're still here.
Your spirit lives on.
Just hustling. Yeah, man. Sam, thanks again for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I've been looking forward to this moment for quite a bit of time. Steve, always thank you so much. Evan,
of course.
I know you're not here right now, but shout out, dog. We know that you're out there hustling. Guys, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Stratus Media and Brandon. Thanks for sitting in today. Appreciate it. You guys are always killing it in the media game. Once again, guys, we are Passing the Bar Podcast. You can find us on our website, passingthebarpodcast.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things. Hit us up on all your major platforms. Make sure that you subscribe, rate, like. Let us know how you're feeling. Write into us. Tell us your stories. And we'll be making sure that we can feature and get back to you. We appreciate you listening in again. And this is Passing Bar Podcast, where we talk about the ups and downs of the industry and all the social issues that we deal with. See ya.